Hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar and I'm with you with the area of AFM. Acha, what is it that I'm going to talk about today? Simple interest. When we talk about this entire topic na, of interest and annuities, this topic has a few things. Always asked in the examination, number one. Always asked. This topic includes a few things. Number one, simple interest, compound interest, simple interest, compound interest, and there's one more area that is interest and annuities. They have annuities as well. Ordinary annuity, annuity due, all these things are covered in this topic. Is this topic important? Yes, it is very important. Normally, numericals are asked from this particular chapter. Is this chapter scoring? It is very much scoring. So please make sure you actually do this chapter properly, because then you will be able to score good amount of marks from this area. Overall, the entire module C is super important. Because all the important chapters which were there before 2023 syllabus change are all included in it. Now, let's understand a few things, everyone. What's the formula for simple interest? And what is the formula for compound interest? We'll be starting from this today. The formula for simple interest is P into R into T upon 100. For compound interest, it is P 1 plus R raised to power n. The difference is simple interest is the same amount every year as it is calculated on the initial principal. While in case of compound interest, we get interest on interest. That means if I invested rupees 100 and after a year with the interest it accumulated to 110. Now this 110 entire amount is reinvested, then it may become 124, then it may increase further. So in compound interest, you not only get it on the principal, the returns are not only on the principal but also on the interest portion as well, which makes the returns on compound interest higher than that of simple. Now everyone got the idea? The difference between the two? And always find that the compound interest will have always and always higher value than that of simple interest. Done? Now let's begin with it. Quick update. What's the formula for simple interest, everyone? Interest is equal to P plus R into T. Interest is equal to P into R into T, or divided by R into T, or P into R plus T, everyone. What's the correct answer? The correct answer is oh, the correct answer is B. P into R into T. Acha everyone, when we have to calculate the amount, that is principal plus interest. ठीक है? This is the B answer. The formula for amount is the same in terms of simple and compound interest. But there's one more point. I think let me just clarify that part in the very beginning since we are talking about this topic. This will help you calculate the interest part in terms of simple interest. This is in terms of interest. Now, when we talk about the compound interest, what you are getting here, this is actually the amount. Then your interest can be calculated when you uh, remove the principal from this amount. Matlab, if I say that after a few years of usage, 100 rupees has become 110. So you will write 110 and from that you will remove rupees 100. So what you are getting is 10 rupees, which is your compound interest. While in terms of simple interest, as soon as you put this formula, what you get is directly interest. That's the difference between the two. Achha everyone, here comes the question. There's some person named Mohan. Mohan has invested 5,000 rupees. The interest rate is of 9.8% for 2 years. What is the interest earned? Considering we'll be taking it as simple interest formula, what would be it? They are talking about the interest earned. They're not worried about the principal there, or the not only the simple interest, even the compound interest. They're just worried about only one thing. What is the interest that you are earning? And you have to take your principal as well. Your principal is of 5,000. You multiply it by 9.8% and multiply it by 2 years. है ना? That's how you will get the answer. What would be the answer according to this? Calculate it, everyone. Use your calculators and try it out. The answer is going to be 980 rupees. Okay? The amount is going to be 980 rupees. Formula P into R into T. You can take the rate as percentage even, or you can divide it by 100. Don't do both there in the examination. Just do one of them. Okay? What is a compound interest, everyone? How do we define compound interest? Interest charged only once during the given period, interest charged periodically on principal and accumulated interest, interest compounded once a year, or interest paid only on initial principal. What's the formula? Compound interest is basically when you are getting interest on interest even. So that means interest paid on principal, initial principal. D is definitely not the point. Interest compounded once a year, not really. In compounding we have interest compounded every every quarterly as well as there is no point that we can say this is just yearly. Nothing doesn't happen that way. The next is regarding interest charge periodically. Periodically means there is a specific interest that you are getting. Now this is the B point, everyone. Look at it. Periodically on the principal as well as accumulated interest. Aren't they talking about both the principal as well as interest? Or are they talking about only one thing? They are talking about both principal as well as interest. If they're talking about both, then what's going to be the answer? In this case, the answer is going to be B only. Here comes the next question. Go ahead and answer. In this case, they're talking about what is the compound interest formula when the interest is compounded annually. Achha, in this case, the formula is written in a very different way. Here the amount is equal to P1 plus R raised to power N. In some books, you will find it written as 1 plus R upon 100 divided by N. This is N is the time. Okay? This means what you need to do is pick up your calculators, and if they say 1 plus your rate is 5%, then click on 1, click on plus, and then click on 5 and then percentage. You will get the answer. So that means you don't have to calculate 5 divided by 100. Just click on percentage, it will do the same. This is a trick for your calculators. Done. In this case, it is amount is equal to P 1 plus R. It is actually raised to power N. Okay. Now comes the next point. Oh, we're done with this question. Interest added to the principal interest. We're done with this question. Acha, what do you mean by Rule 72? Rule 72 is quite interesting, everyone. Why do I say it's quite interesting? Because Rule 72 talks about... Chale, first of all, let's answer and then I'll let you know about it. Compound interest formula, or number of compounding periods, approximate number of years before the money doubles, or annual interest rates. In terms of Rule 72, everyone, the Rule 72 can be stated as C. In this case, what are they saying? They are saying that R divided, this is 72 divided by R. So this means that if you have a specific rate of interest, if I said that I am investing 10% every, matlab the rate of interest that I am getting is 10%. And they said that in how much time we can double it. But this is only applicable in terms of compound interest, everyone. This formula is applicable in terms of compound interest. So what you do is you take up the interest rate and divide it by 72. So we will say it would double in 7.2 years. Whatever money you are saving in. Okay? Whatever that amount would be, it would be approximate number of years before the money doubles. This is Rule 72. You divide it by 72 itself. This helps people, especially the people who are old age and they want to keep this particular money invested in their FDs, and they basically reap out the interest portion. So that's what they can do. Flexi FDs and everything else also going on, but they can also have these fixed knowledge as well. And always remember, this formula is exclusively for compound interest. Okay? This formula is applicable in terms of compound interest. If you borrow 1000 at 6%, what is the approximate number of years in which your debt to double? If I borrow 1000 rupees, the amount will become 2000 rupees. है ना? What would be the answer, everyone? Okay, now let's find it out. In this case, why do we have to worry about using any other formula when we know the Rule 72? Because they have asked for double. That means if I am investing 1000, by what time it will become 2000? है ना? So one thing is 72 divided by 6. So if you have to divide, Rule 72 says that is your 72 divided by the rate of return. So in this case, it comes out to be 12 years. है ना? So the answer is A. Answer is A, 12 years. Okay, here comes the next question. There are certain questions which are there from the book itself. I have taken these questions from the book itself. Kindly ignore the serial number. Everybody, let's continue further. Acha everyone, what's this numerical about? This numerical is about an amount of 40,000 for 3 years fetches an interest rate of 11%. What is the total interest after 3 years? Everyone, they're talking about simple interest. Matlab, least work to be done by us. You don't really have to worry much, isn't it? What do we have to do? We have to take this 40,000, then we have to multiply it by 3 years, multiplied by 11%, है ना? Then let me know the answer. Acha, now let's calculate it together itself. Just opening up the calci. It is basically 40,000 multiplied by 11% multiplied by 3. It gives us 13,200. This is the amount. This is basically the total interest at the end of 3 years. Everybody, you got the same answer? I hope so. My answer comes out to be rupees 13,200. Using your calculator and not able to do the same, then what you can do is just write 40,000 on your calculator, click on multiply 11 percentage into 3. 40,000, 11% and 3. If you do this, click on equal to, you will automatically get 13,200 as the answer. Okay, that's the answer. Which one of the following is not a type of annuity? Special annuity, annuity due, ordinary annuity, all of these types are types of annuities. In actual, all of these types are types of annuities. How? Special annuity is related to the annuities which are done for a specific period. Annuity due is for if you put money into your uniform investments every beginning of the year. Every beginning. And ordinary annuity is at the end of the year. And the answer is all of the above. All of these are types. These are, acha, okay, one mistake there. Special annuity is not one of those. Annuity due and ordinary annuity are there. We don't talk about some special annuities. This is not there in the book itself. So I made a mistake. So the answer is special annuity. Ordinary annuity and annuity due, I've given you the particular points, the annuities which you are making in the beginning or at the end of the year. In terms of annuity due, it has its name as annuity due to this reason only, that the annuity is due in the beginning. So because we are investing something in the very beginning of the year, so that would be considered that way. Done. Which one of the following statements is correct about compound interest, everyone? When the period of compounding is reduced, the amount of total interest is more. Compounding of interest means that interest is paid on principal and accumulated interest. If the rate of interest is same, the total amount of interest is more under compound interest compared to that under the simple interest, or all of the above statements are correct. Which one of the following statements is correct regarding compound interest? This is a kind of question which is definitely mind-boggling. Why? A theory question which you have to relate to the area of numerical part first. When the period of compounding is reduced, the amount of interest is more. Yeah, how is it? If after every quarter you get interest on interest, then your interest on interest will also be added. So technically your principal plus your interest portion is gonna rise. Compounding of interest means the interest is paid on principal as well as accumulated interest. We have just studied, this is also correct. If the rate of interest is the same, the total amount of interest is more under compound interest compared to SI. We have just talked about this point as well, that the simple interest and the compound interest has a major difference, that one thing is not related to the area of interest. So technically all of these statements are absolutely correct. Okay, na? Next point, everyone. Which of the following methods is a method of repayment? Equal monthly or quarterly payments plus accumulated interest. EMI. Equated money or quarterly installments covering both the principal as well as interest. Bullet or balloon repayment. One-time repayment is actually called bullet or balloon repayment. And the last one is all of the above. If I am explaining all of these, so technically what's going to be the answer, everyone? If I'm explaining all of these, that simply means all of these are covered in the area of repayment. है ना? So the correct answer is all of the above. Okay? Done, everyone? The answer is all of the above. Last question, what is a sinking fund? But then now I know that uh, after 10 years, I have to change my car. Why don't I start saving money from today itself as soon as I've bought a car? What I'll do is, whatever the amount of depreciation would be, I'll start investing a same amount of money that I'm putting in that for the car which I need. So what I'll do is, I'll start putting money into that particular area and I'll put it in the market. As soon as I started putting this money into the market, over the period of time, I'll receive back the money, right? So once I'll receive back the money, what will happen? In this case, the amount is defined that after 10 years, right now, if I start investing, I will have to invest less because I will get interest on interest as well. The market fluctuations will also can be on my side even. Not exactly, but yeah, it can be. So when there is a need of specified amount of money at a future date, is it the first point which is matching with what I just stated? Then when the profit of an enterprise is more than requirements as it is mandatory or to take care of future working capital needs. Everybody, we have just done this part. The answer is A. So, acha, this is a question of liquidity ratio. This is the topic that we just did in the last class. So, just a quick retake. The two basic measures of liquidity are inventory and current and liquid, current and average collection, or current and debtor turnover ratio. Turnover ratios, collection ratios, these are not a part of liquidity. They do not tell you about liquidity. So, there is only one thing which talks about liquidity, and that is current ratio and liquid ratio. ठीक है ना? Done, everyone? So this is it for the day. We'll be meeting tomorrow. But do you know the sale has started? That means if you're looking forward to our courses and you were looking at good price, then here it is. The good price is here. How can we avail this benefit? That is what I can guide you about. So if you're planning to take up our courses, you should take it up right away because ultimately this will help you to stay in touch with your studies till the very end. How do we look forward to it, everyone? JIB and CIB, go on to the area of this. Go on to the area of JIB Mahapack. Go on to the area of JIB and CIB Mahapack 2.0. Once you go to this specific area, what are we going to do? What is the benefit of JIB and CIB Mahapack? You get the entire JIB, entire CIB, that too for 2 years. That means the benefit is major. Use the code Y541 and what you can see is for 12,073 rupees, it will cost you 11,023 rupees 0.95. Rather, if you will use our app now, then this will go below 11,000 as well, right? Because you will get 80% discount. 1% extra discount is available if you're using our app. So go ahead and use our app so that you can get this particular benefit. In the JIB CIB Mahapack, what do you get? You get everything. Technically, you get the entire bilingual, entire English medium. You will get the marathons. You will also get the portion of equity. Acha nahi. You will also get the portion of test series. You will also get ebooks. You will also get unit wise testing in terms of test series. All these things are available. So if you're planning to purchase this particular pack, then don't wait, because for 2 years if you're paying 11,000, that means you're not even paying 1,000 per month. You are actually paying 600 500 something amount per month, right? So this is a meager amount when it comes to everyday amount. So if you're planning to purchase this particular Mahapack, then you should avail this particular discount at this very moment so that you get it at the lowest price. So I'll be meeting you tomorrow at the same time, everyone. Thank you so much for being there. Bye bye.